Hi, everybody. Just going to wait a few minutes for everyone to show up. I apologize for the sound of the traffic. I've had to open up my window today. It's a bit stifling in here because it's such a small place. So I do apologize for the sound of the traffic out there. It's quite lively out there today because of the sun. Very sunny here today, which is lovely and a big difference. After all, this is Manchester. We do have a lot of rain up here. Well, this up here in the north. Okay. So the very first thing we're going to do is I'm going to tell you what products I am going to use for this tutorial. The first thing I'm going to use is Model 1's Africa White, and that is going to be the base for my nails. I like using white on the background because it shows up quite a lot better when I use the nail art paints. Because the nail art paints are very pigmented, the white picks them up quite well. Okay, so I'm going to start. I'm just going to put some nail polish on, or gel polish on my nail. If you come in while I am doing this, we are doing a one-stroke tutorial today, and it is all about petal placement. I'm just going to pop this into the lamp for 30 seconds. Excuse me, I just need a drink real quick. Been having a bit of allergy problem the last couple of days because of, with the last day or so, because of a fire that was really bad about 10 minutes away. and it basically completely filled the air with smoke yesterday and has caused me a few allergy problems. I'll do this a second time, put a second coat down, making them quite thin, very thin amount. Actually taking some off at the minute. Go. Let that settle for a minute. I'm just going to pop that into the lamp. 30 seconds. And I will do the rest of them in a bit when I get to them. I'm just going to do different petal placements today because I want you. That's one of the vital things that you need to learn when you learn one stroke is where to put your petals. Now I showed you last time about the roses and how to make it easy on yourself by putting a dot in the middle. Well, it's basically the same concept when you do anything like daisies or chrysanthemums or anything that has a petal and then it has a middle. So we'll start that. I'm just going to see what I'll put on here. I want to put that yellow in the middle in a bit. So I'm just going to put a little bit of really light pink in the middle for this. Because I don't want it to show up quite a bit. I don't want it to show up a lot. I just want to put a little placement area here. So I'm going to do one here. And I'm going to do one here. Here. There we go. There. Okay. That is just for my reference. You can use any color you like as long as it's a light color because we don't want it showing up when we put the petals in because we'll be putting something else on top of that, a different color. I'm just going to pop this into the lamp for about 10 minutes just as a flash cure so we can hold that in place. Okay. It's dry. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I am going to use purple today for the petals. And it's basically going to be almost like a daisy chain, but it's not going to be around, it's going to be cascading down the nail. So, I'm going to use my smallest one stroke brush. It is a short diagonal. And I'm going to use a bit of purple and a bit of white. So bear with me a second. Take a little bit and put it on my palette. Don't want to waste any. And by the way, if you haven't seen my review on Savvyland, nail art paints, it is on our the NPRM website. Not website, well, it is on the website as well, but it is on our Facebook page and also in the Facebook group. If you haven't subscribed to that, then go ahead and subscribe if you would. If you'd like to be in the group, or if you'd like to be in the page, you can like the page. That is at www.facebook.com/nail product review monthly. You can then there is a link there to join the group as well. You do need to like the page to join the group, so we'll let you know that. We also have a website. It is Nail Product Review Monthly. Sorry, nailproductreview.wixsite.com/NPRM. Okay, so I'm going to load up my brush. I will be putting the white on the high end and the purple on the low end. I'm just going to run them together here until I get a nice consistency. Okay, now the first thing we want to do, put this out of the way. I'm going to move this just a little bit so you can see it better. You start from the edge and you want to just basically do a slight curve. I'll pop a little bit more purple and white on there. Got a shot. So you want the tall end to be on the edge and the low end to be here because you want the dark to be closer to the stem and you want the petals to be lighter. Let's do this again. Don't worry about the pink in the middle because we're going to be changing that soon. Now I'm just going to do an edge one here. I'm not sure you can see this. I'm just going to lower it a little bit. It is a little bit on the blurry side today. So basically, press it in, not too hard, just a light pressure, and then pull it out. That's all you do. This is one of the easiest one strokes you can do. If you find that you need a little bit more white, go into the white. I'm just trying to make it so it's easier for you to see it. How I'm doing this. Because there we go. See if that's better. Okay. See here. Okay, let's go down here and do this one. Now this one's going to be a little bit smaller because it's going to go smaller as you go down. So you want less pressure as you put it onto the nail. Okay. Keep going out of shot here. So we've got this here. Let me just put a little bit more on my brush. As you can see, I am going smaller, lighter strokes. And less pressure. And then we've got one here that goes on the end, so we won't do a complete one here. Just going to do very, very tiny strokes here. There you go. It's a whole cascade of purple daisies. I don't particularly like white daisies, but I do love to make them purple. I've never seen a purple daisy, but this is my purple daisies because I love purple. Now, if you see anything that needs to be touched up, go back to it. I think this one could use a little bit more work. This one can be softened a little bit. Needs a little bit more white on it. Okay, I'm just going to pop that into the lamp for 30 seconds. Just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, because I'm about to put the middle in and we don't want it to smear. For those of you who couldn't make it to the live today, this is being recorded, so you will be able to see it later on when you get the chance to watch it. So this is the yellow Savvyland 2208, and I'm going to be using a small brush. It's a double-edged brush. I'm just going to dip into that nail art paint. You don't need a lot. You just won't need enough on the tip. Just a small amount on the tip. And you want to go into the middle. You just want to make a bit of a circle. If you want it to look out one way, you can show it to look out one way. If you want it to look out over here, you just move it a little bit more over to this side. Do you see how I've got it? This one is looking out this way. This one's looking out this way. I'm going to pop this one this way. It's a little bit more on my brush. And this one, of course, will be looking out here. And this one, I'm just going to put right smack in the middle. Okay, just going to pop that into the lamp for about 10 seconds. That's about all you need, because that's just need it to be enough to hold it, to place it a little bit. Going to get my dotting tool, because I will need that. Okay, just going to take a tiny bit of brown, not much, just a little smidge, right on the edge. We're going to give it make it look a little bit more real. Just going to take that brown, pop it on there, just on the edge here of each yellow. Just do it on the side. Okay, and then I'm going to take my little brush, pop it in the gel residue wipe-off solution. You don't need a lot, just touch the tip into the gel residue wipe-off solution. And then we're going to thin this out a little bit. Until it gives it a bit of a yellowish brown look. There we go. Pop that into the lamp. 10 seconds. Okay, got my green here. And I've got a lighter green, but I'm not sure that I'll use that. I'll see about that in a minute. Just going to take some of the green and put it on my palette. Okay. Then we'll take my one stroke brush and I'm going to load it with the white and the green. Going to put it together. Then we're going to put a few leaves down. I'm going to load my brush a little bit. Okay. And pop that into the lamp for 30 seconds. Clean off my brush. Get my striper brush out here. And I want to put a few lines around. And this is my detailer brush, not a striper brush. Okay, I'm going to just take my small detailer brush and put a little bit of wipe off solution on there, and I'm just going to straighten out those lines. You want it to look like a flowing ribbon. There we go. Just pop that into the lamp for a few seconds. 10 seconds should do. Okay. Now I'm going to take my one stroke brush, put a little bit of white on the end. Just going to go through, put a little bit of white on that ribbon. Right where I think it needs a little bit. Do this on the other side. Basically just putting a little bit of highlight down. There we go. Pop that back into the lamp for another 10 seconds. And then we're going to top coat that. I've got my Model 1's top coat. I want it to be a smooth, even top coat. Pop that into the lamp for 30 seconds. And then that is it for this tutorial. I hope you've gotten something out of it. It is very easy to place your petals where you want them, but it's also very easy to mess up if you don't get them in the right placement. Basically, you have to keep moving around the nail. So if you have a client and you're trying to do these petals here, and you want it to go around the nail, you have to move that client's fingers, move their hand, so that you can do whatever you need to do. If you have to do it like this, if you have to do it like that, I mean, it's basically if you've got the client's fingers there, then you can't turn it all the way around like I did just a few minutes ago. That's that you can't do that with a person's hand, but you will have to move their hand this way, and you're gonna have to move this way so that you can get to the petals all the way around. It's a bit harder doing it on a person than it is doing it on an extension or on a nail tip, but you can understand what I'm talking about. If you are a nail tech, you do understand. If you are a home user, of course, you can practice on nail tips, and that's the easy thing. But if you are a nail tech and you want to do it on a person's hand, on a client's hand, that can be a little bit hard to do, but I'm sure you can figure it out. Okay, everybody, I will speak to you again on I'll see you again, of course, in the page and on the group, and and if you aren't in that, then of course, please consider going into those. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please consider subscribing, and please like this if you liked the tutorial. I will speak to you again on Tuesday, and we will have another design tutorial for you. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.